Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back with some more gold mining simulator. And it looks like what we've done here, I've been kind of busy. You see, I've mined out this whole section right here with what I could reach with the excavator. Um, Let me shed a little bit of light on the situation. Uh, like I said, I've mined out this whole section right here. I don't have the front end loader anymore. I got rid of it because it was something I was renting and I haven't ever purchased it. So I think we're going to have to run into town and we're going to have to buy the front end loader. I've also finished mining out this last side over here. As you can see right here, I've mined all this out. What else have I been doing? I'm pretty sure that's all I've been doing right there. So I think that we're going to have to make a run, like I said, in town, get the front end loader. So that we can clean up the bottom of that right there. I've up to 421,000. I got 159 ounces of gold. I have three cleanups on the ground over here, and I almost have another cleanup ready. But like I said, I kind of mined out everything I could reach. I don't want to keep going straight back. I want to be able to drive on that around that corner right there. So I just want to clean up um, right here. And I think that I want to leave this little section right here because I use this to drive. If I clean this up, it may make it harder for me to make this corner. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at it. But anyway, like I said, we're going to get in the truck and we're going to head into town. Let's see here. Ooh, that is not what it was supposed to happen. All right, so now we're heading into town. And I'm sorry it's a little bit dark, but it's summertime now, so I kind of have to do a little bit of the nighttime work, or else the creek runs dry. I have set up the what do you call it? Water tower. I've set up the water tower, and I've got the water pump running, trying to fill it up as we go right now. That way, when the creek runs dry, the front end loader is $164,000. I don't remember it being that much. Does the stuff get more expensive in the summertime? I mean, we got the cash. Um, we're gonna go ahead and buy one of these. Whew, $164,000 down the drain. And like I said, we don't rent anything. All we do is purchase. Down to 200. Cost 1,500 to move it. And I didn't think I was gonna be able to fast travel for a second. Alright, so I guess while we think about this. Let's move our truck back over here. I want to put the brake on. Nah! I want to put the brake on. And you see I've got 18,632, just keeps climbing. I've got the big water pump pumping in 58. Pumping in 53 gallons per minute. And I have the little water pump pumping in. There we go, that's climbing. The little water pump over here running off, pumping in 21 gallons per minute. I don't know why I think I had turned the big generator off just for a moment. I don't know. I don't know why it was off, actually. Alright, so let's get our dump truck, our front end loader set up, and let's get to mining the bottom of this right here. This should be the richest stuff right down here in the bottom. Alright, so as you can see here, it's just the bottom, what? Call that what? 5 feet of the soil that I couldn't reach. Oof, the truck is not parked in a great spot. But it looks like, yeah, we got it. We got it in there. I want to make sure that I get every last little bit of scrape off the ground. I said I may not mine us all out on camera right here. We may just kind of do this first little bit, and then we'll go do a cleanup. And I'll take care of some of this a little bit later. Come on. I wish there was a spot on there where it showed D-Rocker hose. I don't even have the D-Rocker. I don't care if the D-Rocker hose is on sale. I'm looking for a different kind of hose anyway. Like I said, I wish there was a spot where it would show you when the front edge of the bucket was level. It doesn't quite show that. And, you know, like I don't mind it a whole lot. But, like, that looks like that's pretty level right there to me. But it does seem like it has just a wee bit of downward angle on it. And we all know that using this front end loader to load, I won't say it's faster than the excavator, but for every 2 scoops with the excavator, that's 1 scoop with this machine. So I guess if you're parked just right, the difference with this is the the going up and down is something that takes just a little bit of time. Like, you only have so much time while you're waiting for the bucket to go up and the bucket to go down. Alright, so that one we got pretty clean up against the wall right there. And I don't want to take a whole bunch off the wall. I'm just trying to get it up against the wall right there, clean it up just a wee little bit. That looks pretty good. Oh wow, look at the truck. Got 69% of dirt in the truck. And I think we're going to need at least 2 more scoops. And then after that, we won't really be able to put any more in the truck. Because that should take us up to about... Oof, no, actually, we don't even need that. So let's get in the dump truck. Let's see if we can park that in a little bit better spot on this next one. And looks like we're going to have to do a clean out on the... I don't know if we're going to have enough stuff to do one more cleanup or not. But that's fine. And like I said, I'm trying to do what I can at night here while I still have water. Actually, I could do this. Start this up. What else do we got? Oh, I don't have the plant turned on. Let's see. We don't have no water running. So we're using 28 gallons, so we're putting in way more than we're taking out of there. We probably ought to just hang out here while this finishes up. Uh, 98, 99. So I got 2% in those one. And so we don't overrun everything. We turn the trommel, shaker, conveyor belt off. Ooh, no bucket. I guess the last person who did a cleanup forgot to put a bucket up here. Which, speaking of the last person to do a cleanup, it was me. I used to have an employee that would clean this up for me. And even though I was paying them good, it's not like I haven't been making money. The employee quit on me. So I don't know why the employee quit. I don't really understand. I mean, the only thing we've been doing is we've been working long hours here, around the clock without much of a break. So I don't know if that's what angered the employee or not. It didn't give a reason, it just said he quit. Alright, so there is our cleanup. All done. Alright, so there's 4 cleanups on the ground right there. And let's see how many buckets I have left. Because I think I'm going to be running out of buckets here pretty quickly. I got it. Oh, I didn't even have any buckets under that jig, so yeah. Well, I just lost a few ounces of gold. I didn't realize I never put buckets back. That's alright, we all make some mistakes. Alright, so those buckets are good to go. Okay, so that is the miner's moss area cleaned up. Buckets are here done, that's done. Looks like I can do one more run. Possible. And then I have to do cleanup because I'm going to be out of supplies. How many ounces do you think we'll get out of this food? Alright, so everything is clean. We need to take a bucket up here. So I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buckets. Oh, 6 because that bucket's full. So there's 4 buckets of nugget trap, there's 4 buckets of mac, and that's all the jigs right there. So really, honestly, I only have enough buckets to do one more. So let's turn that off. Put our mats back in. And we're ready to go turn everything back on and get back to mining. Honestly, let me see here. That's back on. I guess I could get a couple of lights and shed some more light on the situation here. But that's not going to be that great. Like I think that we could let's just work on cleaning up this edge. That was a nice, great scoop. Like I said, it's like you got to get everything right down here, scrape the bottom. And like I said, the thing that takes the forever here is just the going up and down with the front end loader bucket. Like we're getting nice, great scoops. I mean, we're doing good work, but it's like when it takes 20 seconds for the bucket to go up and 20 seconds for the bucket to go down, maybe you're better off using the excavator, even though you got to dig twice to get the same amount. I don't know. Someone tell me what you think. Do you think I should be using the front end loader or should I be using the excavator to clean this up? I mean, we already got the truck 50% of the way filled up. But I can tell you, if I have the truck set up right and the excavator in the right place, I mean, I can fill the truck up in no time at all with the excavator. Especially if I'm have the excavator up there on the top where it is, where I'm just digging on the side and dropping it right in the bed of the dump truck. Like no time at all to fill that up. I mean, probably can fill the truck in under 2 minutes for sure. Like I said, we're just trying to get. I do like the shadows. Like you can see the shadow of the freaking drill from the Bobcat over there. That is pretty nice. So really looks like we can get one more scoop in here and that'll be it. And we're just gonna hit this edge right here. Like I said, just kind of get the wall nice and even. That's all I'm really trying to do. And there we are, we're 95%. And just like that, like I said, we're right here. %. Like I said, this should be some decent gold in that area. Like I don't remember exactly. how much gold was in that area right there? So that was. So it says there we got 5 ounces. There's 20 ounces there. 20 ounces. And this is what's left. This is what I mean. I've already mined out. So it started out probably like 100 ounces, but it was kind of this brownish area though. It wasn't really a great area. So it's hard to say. So maybe it was like 80 to 100 ounces. Um, I don't know, but I mean we got plenty of stuff. And I don't know why I'm running. Sometimes I just like to run around. You see that bucket's like literally dragging on the ground. So that's the problem with the front end loader. Like it just drags on the ground and slows you down. But like I said, the bottom 5 feet of this dirt should be the best dirt right down on the bedrock. You would think. That's normally where all the gold's at. And you can see from the drill charts that there is different layers of dirt. Now, could I have taken some of that dirt off the top and not mined it? Sure. Sure I could have. I'm not getting that precise. Because this game is just all about yardage. How many yards you can put through the plant. You see, we've already got the truck loaded up to 60%. So like, if you get the truck just right and you get your full scoops, it's not that bad. But I think the thing that I'm really trying to concentrate on is I'm trying to get about $1 million saved up. And I think the reason I want about 1 million is I think about 1 million will get us the next tier. And I'm kind of torn about purchasing the next tier equipment or spending the 1.2 million and moving on to the next claim, which has better gold than what we have here. We look at that, 99%. Like I said, how are you going to argue? How are you going to argue with 99%? And I mean, that didn't really take that long. And while we're driving up here, see if we can see where a percentage is on our plant. 20. 28%. So that was 18% off of that load right there. So another few trucks, and like I said, we'll be in good shape. And just like that, we got another scoop ready to go. I didn't think we were going to be able to clean up this much of this quick, but I mean, we're getting a lot cleaned up pretty quickly. So I think we need this truck and two more. Should get our plant full. And then we'll go ahead and do a cleanup run. And get everything all squared away. What do you guys think we should do? Should we go ahead and buy the, I want to say, was it tier 4 equipment? Or should I save up to 1.2 million, go to the next claim with the lowest tier equipment, and then while we're mining out the next claim, we won't have to pay any royalties. We won't have to pay any rent. We can just start fresh there with the equipment, and then we can save the money for the next claim and the next tier equipment all at the same time. I mean, I think that sounds like a plan, but drop some comments down below. Let me know. Am I thinking too ambitious, or should I just stick around here, mine this low grade stuff with the low grade equipment? Because I mean, I would hate to get somewhere else where the gold is so much better and not have good equipment and be just, because like I said, with our little science test we did, we know we're only recovering about 42% of gold right now. So maybe the best thing to do would be to go ahead and get that next tier of equipment. It's a real hard decision on what to do. Like, I'm not real sure. Oh, no. Don't run over our bucket. Don't run over our buckets. Oh, I just barely missed that. Don't want to run over that gold dust. Let's take off that corner right there. Like, look at that chunk that we just took out of there. I said nice full scoops. Running into the truck. Don't worry, I mean, we pushed it right out of the way. Might have got a dent on the rim. That's fine. Those split rims usually take a beating without popping a tire off the beating. Oop. Don't want to damage the rams though. I don't have any spare rams around. Like I said, we're already at 35% of the truck loaded up. Like I said, it's not real super hard to load the truck with the front end loader. Like I said, it's just the time that it takes to go from in the air to having this bucket on the ground. That's the main issue. See if we can catch that corner right there. I figure I'm trying to knock that corner off so that it's not so hard for me to get the truck backed into that next little spot right there. 84%. One more scoop that ought about do us. And we're ready to go. So, what do we got on the plant? 65%. Definitely going to take this truck and at least one more. Probably a little bit of a 30. We'll have to see how it goes here. Ooh, that was a nice, great big scoop right there. See, I don't think you lose that much gold when you scrape the ground when you get most of the stuff off the top of it. Now, what I've heard with the front end loader is you don't want to use the front end loader scraping from the bottom, like when you have a full wall in front of you. You kind of will push and move gold out of the dirt. At least that's what I've heard. I've never actually proved that. Maybe that'll be another scientific test we can do once we get better equipment. Once we get the best equipment, we can do a test and see if using the front end loader digging from the bottom affects your gold totals. Because like I said, I have heard that it does. Never proved it. But like I said, I've heard it. Oh, there we are. So like I said, we're up against that wall, so we don't want to go to that spot anymore. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, if you just keep digging into that wall right there from the bottom, supposedly it lowers the gold content that you get out of that spot. Because as you push into that, you disturb the dirt and you lose gold out of it, per se. Like I said, not proven. Just something I'd heard another YouTuber say. And I don't even know if he still plays this game. I know he used to play it a lot. But this is probably like 5-6 years ago. Hopefully they've patched that since then. Let's see here. How much do we have? We got 90%. Try not to get a full scoop. I want to get it topped up to close to 100%. And I guess that's how you top it up to 100%. So we might have lost just a little bit of dirt right there, but it's fine. Can anybody tell what that says? 83? So this should top this off. Like I said, this is all bottom dirt, so this should be like the best of the best dirt. The highest quality of dirt anyway. Actually, let's get up here and check things out. So that's 86%. I'm pretty sure that's going to top us off. Usually for each truckload we usually get about 18%. Be interesting to see if, as we get better equipment, if that still stays the same 18% per truckload. We should have like 7 buckets now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 buckets after that gets full. 99. Come on. Come on. There we go. And like I said, I don't think we have enough buckets for another cleanup. So how much gold do you think we're going to pull off today? I think this will be the 5th cleanup. And it's all dirt. From that area right there, which shouldn't be terrible dirt. Now, it's not the best of the best. We're going to call that mediocre dirt. And you want to make sure you get those out of your way, give it a little flick with your wrist. Right as you're getting it out of here. Good job. I guess we're going to take these out. Getting ahead of myself. I want to do the cleanup. Yep. So all those mats are in, all those mats are in. I guess we could grab these buckets out of here. Right here, get our grates on. And I know I can pick up 2 grates at once, but I don't feel like it. There's our last 2 buckets from the jigs. So there's a bucket. Take a bucket up here. So I guess I could have done one more cleanup, I suppose. But I wouldn't have been able to take the stuff out of the plant without cleaning up some of the other stuff. So I guess that's about the best we can do right now. My mechanic's working on our Q-Flex jig right there for a moment, I guess. And all right, so that'll be everything is cleaned up. Let's go let this last 20% run through here. Yeah, I got buckets everywhere I'm supposed to. I got mats everywhere I'm supposed to. Everything is run through. Alright, so now it's time for the guesses to come in. I'm gonna say $133 ounces. So right now we're at 159.6. So let's see just how close we come. So if we get 159.6 plus 133, so it should be somewhere around 292. So let's do nuggets first. Well, no, it's not looking so great so far. Alright, so we're going to get that running. Oh, somebody wants to work for me. Maybe it's a little a-hole that quit and wants to come back. Find out it's not so green on the other side of the fence. Alright, so there's all of our nuggets. Run through. And I want to see what we got just for the nuggets. So I'm not going to put anything else in there yet. See, that one had 180 ounces in it. So that was better than that first bucket that we did. The more magnetite that's in there, the better the gold content is from the way that I see it. There's another 180. Just got to make sure that's under 50% before I dump a bucket in there. And there's the last bucket of the nuggets. Alright, so let's grab some of this crap. Alright, so we still got alright, so what do we got? Ooh, we got 58 ounces of gold from the nugget trap. So my guess of 133 might be a little on the low side. Alright, so now that's below 75, so I can dump this last one in here. Gold's going up pretty good. And actually, I didn't even pay attention to how much magnetite was in that. Should have been paying attention, but I wasn't. Alrighty, so we're over 100 ounces right now, and I haven't even done the jigs yet. So I definitely think that I'm way off on the 133 ounces again. We were at 159, and we're at 304 now. Holy shit. A 101 ounces. So just between the nugget trap and the mats, we're already 20 ounces over what I thought we were going to get off of everything. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so let's get this going here. See what we can do. Looks like we're going to get about 3 ounces of gold a bucket, even though I didn't want to see that. I did. Right now it's going through the gold faster than I can go through the buckets. Oops. And I just cost myself a little bit. So we're coming up on 200 ounces. I think that we'll probably get there with as many buckets as we have left to go through. At least that's my guess. Yeah, we're at 334. Got 4 buckets in there pretty much. And we still have 2, 4, 6, 8 out here. I don't think all these are quite full though. And all these are coming out about 47 ounces of magnetite, which means they're probably all going to be around that 3, 4 ounces. Yeah, same there. That was close to losing some gold again. So we need another 10 ounces. To hit 200 ounces. There's still 3 buckets there, 3 buckets out here. I'd say there's enough. I mean, that's not a bad day after all. 200 ounces out of that area right there. And if we're only getting 42%, then that means that if we had the good stuff, that would have been 400 plus ounces. Yeah, right there, we just passed 200 ounces. That definitely had less magnetite in that one, so... Are we on some bad dirt again, maybe? Yeah, 30 ounces of magnetite. Alright, here comes the last bucket. And not quite going to be the last bucket. Alright, so all of our gold is in there. I guess we could take this right here if we really wanted to. So I guess you could say that is a full cleanup. All the mats, Well, close enough. So 371 point, we're going to call it point 0.4, minus 159.6 is going to be roughly 211 ounces. 211.8. 211.8. That's not a bad day. 211.8 ounces of gold from, see, from about right here down to there. And we haven't even got it all. We probably got 2 more or 3 more truckloads right there. So that would be another 20, 30 ounces of gold to finish cleaning that up. But anyway, guys, let's go. Let's turn this off. Actually, we need this right here. We want this bucket. And I don't even care about fuel. Fuel's cheap. Well, actually not up here at these prices, it's not, but in the grand scheme of things, leaving things running for a few minutes is not going to kill us on the fuel. So we got 540 ounces of magnetite. And we had, what, 80% in that bucket? That's got to be another 3 or 4,000, I would think. Let's see what the old scale says. 9%. Ooh, 5,000. Um, 371 ounces of gold. So let's see what we can upgrade. Um, that's too much. Gold loss. Ooh, we're so close to having gold loss. 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. We needed 40 more ounces of magnetite. That really blows. Let's see here. So you guys know what we're doing. We got to get. We got time to wait around for this. I said 211.8 ounces to clean up. Oh, we're gonna have to do freaking 3 gold bars. Damn it. $11 ounces left. I kind of want to take care of that 11 ounces just so we start with zero ounces of gold. It don't take that long to smelt. Not when you have it on super turbo mode. That's got to be what, $400,000 right there. Let's see. Let's see what we think it is for gold. All right, so there's our last piece of gold. All right, so 280 ounces and a 10 with gold loss. I say that's gonna be what, 460,000 bucks. What do you say here? Sell all gold bars. I said 460. I was high, so I'm high on I'm high on money and I'm low on gold. uh, there we go. $663,000. Well, folks, that's really about all we can do right now. So let's get back to the gold claim. We'll check one more thing before we go. It said that somebody wanted to work for me, so let's go check on a worker and see if it's someone we want to hire or not. Because some of the workers I don't really want to hire. I don't feel like they do us any justice other than waste money. Alright, so workers. Would be nice to get another one on the freaking sluice box. Tier 1, sure. I'm going to upgrade the worker to tier 2. I'm going to upgrade him to tier 2. I can't upgrade him yet. And he'll change out the buckets for us. $968 a day. Holy hell. So I'm getting a negative 1% fuel usage, and I'm getting a 1% wash plant performance. Okay. Everyone's assigned. All right, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, drop a comment down below. My name's Andy. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.